Hi YouTube, Tim Unkert here. In this video we are going to simplify square roots. So let's start with problem 1 here. It said given that x and y are greater than 0, simplify the square root of x squared y squared. Okay, so we can actually take the square root of x squared y squared and we can break this apart into the square root of x squared times the square root of y squared. And we can even, instead of writing a square root, we can write it as raising this x squared to the 1/2 power. And the same thing with y squared. Now, when you raise a power to a power, you multiply the power. So this becomes x to the 2 times 1/2 is just 1, times y, 2 times 1/2 is just 1. So this is x to the first times y to the first, or just x, y. Okay, let's look at the next one here. So we got problem 2. We're simplifying the square root of 4 to the 6th power times x to the 4th power. So we're going to break this apart into the square root of 4 to the 6th power times the square root of x to the 4th power. And again, we can rewrite this with fractional exponents. So I can do 4 to the 6th power raised to the 1/2 power times x to the 4th power raised to the 1/2 power. Well, so now we can multiply the power. So 6 times 1/2 is 3. So we get 4 to the 3rd power times 4 times 1/2 is 2 times x squared. Now what's 4 to the 3rd power? Well, that's 4 times 4 times 4. Basically, 4 to the 3rd power means you take 3 4s and multiply them together. 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 again is 64. So this simplifies to 64 x squared. Okay, let's keep going. Look at another one. All right, next one, we've got the square root of 16 squared 4 times 4 times x to the 8th. Okay, so this will be 3 square roots that we break it apart. 16 squared times the square root of 4 times the square root of x to the 8th. Okay, so we can rewrite with fractional exponents 16 squared to the 1/2 power. Here, square root of 4, we're going to take the principal square root, which means basically the positive one. So 2 times 2. And then we'll do x to the 8th power raised to the 1/2 power. Okay, so 16 to the 2nd power raised to the 1/2 power. We do 2 times 1/2, so that's 16 to the 1st power, which is just 16, times 2, 8 to the 1/2 power, or multiply the powers together. 8 times 1/2 is 4, so this becomes x to the 4th. 16 times 2 is 32, so this simplifies to 32 x to the 4th. Okay, let's keep going. All right, problem 4, the last one, we have 256 to the 2x power times x to the 4y power. Okay, so we're going to split this into two different square roots. We're going to have 256 to the 2x power times x to the 4y power. And we'll do a power of a power, so we're going to do 250, oh, well, not a power of a power, got ahead of myself there. We're going to rewrite the square root as a fractional exponent. So 256 to the 2x power, and then we're going to take a power of a power, so we'll multiply the powers together. But all right, to the 1/2 power times x to the 4y power raised to the 1/2 power. So now when we do a power of a power, so I was getting ahead of myself, we're going to multiply the powers together. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, so this just becomes 256 to the x power times 4 divided by 2 is 2, so x to the 2y power. We can have the dot to indicate multiplication, or we can just write 256 to the x power, and then put x to the 2y power next to it. And that will indicate multiplication as well. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please give a like and subscribe. And if you have questions, leave comments in the comments below.